Welcome back to the channel for the first build of 2025. We're going to be working on a 1986 Toyota 4runner. It's going to be a narrow tube chassis. Really excited about this build. I've got a lot of ideas I've been wanting to put on metal, and this is going to be Trent's personal rig.
What's up, guys? So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be throwing a turbo on this 22RE. We're going to be using a Dana 60 Kingpin front axle with a 14-bolt rear axle, and we're going to be throwing a 2-speed Atlas behind a Toyota reduction box. It's going to be 4-link front and rear. It's going to be running on a standalone ECU.
We are starting with a pretty clean 1986 4runner. It's pretty stripped down already. This is how we got it. So it's perfect candidate for a good tube chassis build, and the plans for it. The previous rig, in order to use the cab out of it, which is the goal here, we would have had to cut it out of the roll cage, and then it would have made that chassis useless. So instead, somebody else is going to be getting that chassis, and we'll be able to start fresh. So our big goal with this build is to focus on a lot of the smaller nitty-gritty parts, as well as just filming the entire process to show how much really goes into a build, and focus on all the fun stuff that goes on with it. So if you guys have anything you want to see specifically throughout a build, let us know in the comments below. So this is Trent's old chassis, Toyota 4runner 85, and we are pulling it in, putting on a lift so we can strip it down. We're going to be building an entirely new chassis, so we're going to use all the parts out of this. We got to get all the parts out. Got it up in the air, took the tires off. First thing we're gonna do is pull the axles. We got everything unbolted, ready to pull the front axle out. Not really sure what Trent used for power steering fluid. What'd you use?
The recommended Swepco Pepto-Bismol. Some quick disconnect brakes.
So this is the last rig that I did everything by hand. I did not have the plasma table yet. This is the last one we built everything by hand. This rig, we chopped the frame off right pretty much off the engine mounts, and that way the front doesn't come back down. It stayed raised up, and then we made one piece by hand frame plates all the way up to the steering box. Ties it all together nicely. We're going to pull the coilovers out and the links out and the drive shaft out real quick, and then we're going to move to the rear axle. Front's completely stripped down. Now we're going to do the rear. Got the rear end stripped down. The release springs and rear shocks are staying on it. So now we gotta pull the fuel cell, get the battery out, seat out, and engine out, transmission.
Now we're going to start disconnecting everything and getting this engine ready to get pulled. Yank this thing out of the weeds. Obviously still some weeds in it. It's pretty much already stripped down, but we're gonna get it in the shop and then we're gonna finish stripping it down and get it ready for the new project. We did a solid axle swap here with a couple junk rollers. We're gonna use this.
We need to replace the tires on this, but we're going to use this to hopefully roll this chassis into the backyard.
Coming, keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Stop. Now I got one big mess to clean up, and then we can get the other body on in here.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.